Let's observe silence for a few seconds, some 30 seconds. Get mentally present here, get centered, get aligned. Take deep breath in and out. Okay, so where do we begin? There are 3 questions that I've received. We can start with that, or we can continue with the Taittiriya Upanishad that we had been doing. What is the suggestion?
क्वेश्चन ले लीजिए ना। हाँ,
तो आपके क्वेश्चन से शुरू करते हैं शील जी।
प्लीज।
आपने जो प्रश्न पूछा था, क्योंकि ऑडियो शायद आपने भेजा नहीं था ग्रुप पे। भेजा है? मुझे ध्यान नहीं है, आपने मुझे भेजा है ग्रुप का, मुझे ध्यान नहीं है। लेकिन एक बार इसका जो बैकड्रॉप है थोड़ा संक्षेप में, शॉर्ट में सबको बता दीजिए, सो दैट एवरीबॉडी इज अवेयर कि आपका प्रश्न जो है वो क्या है और क्यों है।
ओके, मेरा जो ये प्रश्न है वो बेसिकली लाइक कंसंट्रेशन के ऊपर है। नॉर्मली हम लोग ऐसा बिलीव करते हैं कि कंसंट्रेशन डेवलप करने के लिए हमेशा मेडिटेशन यानी आंख बंद करके बैठना है ये, लेकिन वो सभी को होता ही है, जरूरी नहीं। जैसे मुझे नहीं जमता, कोई मेरे को बता दे इतने दिन में 2 बार ये आप करो, 20-20 मिनट, नहीं होता मेरे से, मैं नहीं कर पाता। जब मेरे पे कोई प्रेशर डालेगा ये होना ही है, नहीं, उसने बोल दिया कि ठीक है जब करना है तब करो, होगा तो ठीक है, नहीं हुआ तो भी ठीक है, तो ठीक है। लेकिन मैं ज़्यादा प्रेफ़र करता हूँ कि जैसे मैं स्पोर्ट्स खेल रहा हूँ, अगर मैं टीटी खेल रहा हूँ, बैडमिंटन खेल रहा हूँ या ऐसे ही पेड़ ऑब्ज़र्व कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरे को ज़्यादा अच्छा से हो, मैं वहाँ पे कर पाता हूँ, कंसंट्रेशन मेरा अच्छा से डेवलप होता है। तो मेरे को सिर्फ़ यही समझना था, और इसके लिए ये ओशो जो वीडियो है, उन्होंने जो इतना बढ़िया से दिया है कि मेडिटेशन में मतलब सिर्फ़ आँख बंद करके बैठना नहीं है। आप दिन में जो भी काम कर रहे हो, खाना भी बना रहे हो, पढ़ भी रहे हो, जो भी काम कर रहे हो, अगर आपका माइंड वहाँ पे रहता है, प्रेज़ेंट है, उस मोमेंट पे अगर आप रख पाते हो अपने आप को, तो इससे अच्छी चीज़ और कोई हो ही नहीं सकती। उसमें उन्होंने वो एक ही चीज़ इसलिए बताया था, जो चीज़ मेरे को नहीं समझ में आई हो। उन्होंने ये बोला था कि काफ़ी लोग कुछ
एक सेकंड,
मंत्रास भी बोल। हाँ,
Richa, sorry to interrupt. I'll just take 10 minutes as an important phone call from school. So I'll attend to it and then I'll come back.
sure. Yeah, sorry. Please continue.
तो उन्होंने ओशो ने एक चीज़ ये बीच में बताई है, जो मेरे को नहीं समझ में आई। तो उन्होंने ये बताया है कि काफ़ी बार कुछ-कुछ लोग मेडिटेशन को एक इस तरह से बोझ बना देते हैं। जैसे ना एक सर पे एक बोझ होता है कि हाँ, होना ही चाहिए। तो वो बोलते हैं, और उसमें कई बार ना वो ये ऐसे बोलते हैं कि जैसे आप चल भी रहे हो और कुछ मंत्रास भी बता देते हो कि ये दोनों काम आप साथ में करते रहो, और इसका इफेक्ट ये पड़ता है कि काफी बार स्ट्रेस्ड आउट हो जाता है, या कुछ लोग मेंटल इलनेस में भी पहुंच जाते हैं। ये क्यों होता है? उन्होंने बोला कि 2 अपोजिट क्रियाएं हैं, क्यों वो मेरे को नहीं समझ में आया। तो इसलिए मैं ये समझना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे माइंड में वो डर फिर आ जाता है कि भैया ये चीज़ क्या है? अगर मैं एक बार समझ जाऊँ तो मैं मेंटली थोड़ा खुद रिलैक्स हो जाऊँगा। नहीं तो मेरे को खुद एक एंग्ज़ायटी पैदा हो जाती है। तो अब मेरे को कोई अगर बोलता है ये मंत्रास आप बोलो, तो पहले मैं डर जाता हूँ, बाद में मंत्रास तो बाद में हो। इसलिए मेरे को ये आपसे समझना है, इसलिए मेरे को आपसे समझ ये क्या चीज़ है। काफ़ी ये टॉपिक मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि डेली लाइफ में आप खेलते रहो, उससे अच्छा मेडिटेशन और कुछ नहीं हो सकता। ज़रूरी नहीं है आँखें बंद करके ही आप बैठ जाओ।
देखिए ये बात हमने कई बार कहा है, इस ग्रुप में भी इस बात के ऊपर चर्चा बहुत हुई है कि ध्यान जो है वो कुछ आधे घंटे 1 घंटे का कार्य नहीं होता है, जिसको हम टेक्निक्स कहते हैं ना,
बिल्कुल,
नॉट
बिल्कुल।
दी रियल मेडिटेशन।
हाँ जी,
जो असली बात है वो मेडिटेटिवनेस की होती है।
राइट।
आपका हर क्षण ध्यानस्थ है, आप ध्यान में ही स्थित हैं। You are centered in meditation. So every work that you are doing, you are getting up, you are sitting, you are into any work, you are cooking, you are running, you are sleeping, whatever you do, all that is happening in the backdrop of ध्यान। वो सब कुछ ध्यान की पृष्ठभूमि पर ही हो रहा है। तो जो जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि खेत है, तो उसमें से कैसा फसल आएगा, वैसा ही फसल आएगा जैसा क्वालिटी है खेत का और बीज का। तो खेत की क्वालिटी जो है वो ध्यान की हो, that should be the quality। तो ये तो एक बात हुई कि हमारा जो ध्यानस्थ होने की बात है, ये 24 घंटे की प्रक्रिया है, ये कोई आधे घंटे 1 घंटे की प्रक्रिया नहीं है। हाँ, मैं फिर इसको दोहराऊंगी कि जो बिगिनर्स हैं उनको ये आधे घंटे का ध्यान कुछ समय के लिए लाभ देता है। इसके साथ लेकिन एक कैच भी है, कॉशन भी है, और वो ये है कि आधे घंटे के ध्यान को करके लोगों को लगता है कि हमने तो अपना काम पूरा कर लिया, हमने तो मेडिटेशन कर लिया, अब हमारा काम हो गया, अब दिन भर हम अनकॉन्शियस रह सकते हैं। और मोस्टली यही होता है, जो सेकंड वाला पार्ट है ना, वही होता है। अब आते हैं ओशो जो कह रहे हैं। ओशो कहते हैं कि काम है और ध्यान है। कह रहे हैं कि काम है, आप जो भी कार्य कर रहे हैं, और ध्यान है। तो जो दो शब्दों का उन्होंने चयन किया है वो काम है और खेल है। तो वो कहते हैं कि काम अगर करोगे तो बोझ आएगा ही आएगा। तुम जो कुछ भी करते हो वो तुम्हारे लिए खेल होना चाहिए। इट शुड बी प्लेफुल, यू शुड बी प्लेफुल विथ एवरीथिंग दैट यू डू। विथ प्लेफुलनेस द सेंस ऑफ लाइटनेस कम्स। सहजता खेल में ही आती है, सहजता काम में नहीं आती है। काम इज बोझ। So these are two distinction that he is making. Now he is saying that when you get into the process of japa etc, कि आपको माला पकड़ा दी गई है, आपको मंत्र उच्चारण दे दिया गया है, जाप करने दिया गया है। देखिए, आपको समझना पड़ेगा पहला कि हर एक टेक्निक हर एक व्यक्ति के लिए नहीं बनी है। और हमने ये बात कई बार की भी है कि जिस प्रकार का आपका मन है, जिस प्रकार की आपकी कंडीशनिंग है, जो आपको ज्यादा समझ आता है, वही आपके ध्यानस्थ होने का मार्ग बन सकता है। और इसीलिए योग के 3-4 मार्ग भी बताए गए हैं ना, कि कर्म योग है और ध्यान योग है और ज्ञान योग है वगैरह वगैरह। ये आते कहाँ से हैं? ये इसी बात से आते हैं कि कुछ लोग जो है उनमें करने का भाव बहुत होता है, उनके लिए कर्म योग है। कुछ लोग हैं जो ज्ञान के माध्यम से आगे बढ़ते हैं, उनके लिए ज्ञान योग है। कुछ लोगों के लिए भक्ति का बड़ा महत्व है, वो डिसॉल्व होना चाहते हैं, उन्हें एक सेंस ऑफ सेपरेशन बहुत है। वो कहते हैं मैं तो किसी काम का नहीं हूँ, तुम बहुत बड़े हो, तुम ही मुझे पार लगा दो। वहां भक्ति का मार्ग आ जाता है। ठीक है, तो ये सब मार्ग जो है ये तो निर्भर करेगा कि हम खुद कैसे हैं, हमारी कंडीशनिंग क्या है। ठीक है, तो जप भी जो है सबके लिए नहीं होता है, और जप दिया भी जाता है, जप से कोई पार नहीं जाता है। जप एक प्रक्रिया होती है मन को एक जगह पकड़ के लाने की। मन अभी 10,000 दिशाओं में भाग रहा है। माइंड इज फ्रिकलिंग इन 1000 डायरेक्शंस। Mind needs to be concentrated at one place. Right now, with 1000 direction, when you try to be meditative, those 1000 directions become more powerful. वो हावी हो जाते हैं। तो ऐसे मन को एक स्थान पर लाने के लिए जप का प्रयोग किया जाता है। That is the function of japa. Okay, but it would not take you beyond if japa has become your unconscious methodology कि हम बैठे हुए और माला जप रहे हैं। नो, द मोमेंट उसमें भी वो चमत्कार तभी घटित होता है जब आप में एक होश होता है कि आप क्या बोल रहे हैं और वो ही आपके अस्तित्व का हिस्सा बन जाता है। आप वो ही हो जाते हैं, आपका मैपन गिर जाता है। सारी कहानी तो मैपन की गिरने की है ना, ईगो के गिरने की है। सारी कहानी आइडेंटिटी के डिसोल्यूशन की है। तो अभी when you are soaked in the mantra that is being chanted, the I-ness is dropped, then something happens.
Okay.
So this may not be suitable for everybody. Now, in the audio that you shared, wherein Osho is talking of the soldier who has been brought to him, and he asked, and the story is कि soldier को किसी ने मंत्र दे दिया है और soldier इस प्रकार उसको बोले जा रहा है कि अब वो नहीं भी चाहता है तो भी वो अनकॉन्शियसली हो रहा है। और उस सैनिक के मन में एक विभाजन है, इधर मंत्र है और इधर काम है। उसके सारे काम ही मंत्र नहीं बन गए हैं अभी। तो उस हालात में वो मंत्र के साथ हो लेता है तो काम जो है वो पूरी तरीके से उसकी क्वालिटी खत्म हो जाती है। बट ही हैज टू वर्क, ही इज अ सोल्जर, he has not yet resigned, he has not resigned himself from the worldly affairs. So now there is a problem that what should he do? Should he be performing his duties or should he be doing the japa that he has been given? And he is stuck there. He is not able to leave japa, but at the same time he is not able to perform his job, and there is a conflict. He feels torn between these two. And all that Osho is saying, your work should become the medium for you to drop your I-ness. जैसे अर्जुन के केस में हम क्या देखते हैं, कृष्ण जब अर्जुन को गीता का उपदेश दे रहे और कह रहे हैं गांडीव उठाओ लड़ो, अर्जुन जिसकी पूरी जो संस्कारिता है, कंडीशनिंग है, वो एक क्षत्रिय की है, एक लड़ने वाले की है, वॉरियर की है। तो जब वो तलवार की नोक पर होता है तो उसके लिए महत्वपूर्ण क्या होता है? उसके लिए महत्वपूर्ण मैं नहीं होता, उसके लिए महत्वपूर्ण लड़ाई होती है और वहीं पर उसका ईगो डिसॉल्व होता है। जैसे एक ज़ेन कहानी है, बहुत प्रचलित है, आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव हर्ड और नॉट। इट इज सेड दैट ज़ेन मास्टर्स दे आर वेरी वेरी गुड इन फाइट्स। उनका जो आपका जापान में जो क्या कहते हैं वो, दे आर लिटरली वॉरियर्स। सो दिस मास्टर, हिज वाइफ, शी इज having a relationship with the servant. Now this Zen master finds that out one day, that the servant is having relationship with his wife. So then he says कि अब तो पता चल गया ना, although the servant is asking for forgiveness, मुझे माफ कर दो etc etc, but the master says नहीं, अब तो तुम पकड़े गए हो तो एक ही उपाय है कि तुम्हें मेरे साथ का लड़ना होगा, और अगर तुम जीते तो मैं समर्पण कर दूंगा, आई विल सरेंडर, और अगर मैं जीता तो धड़ से सर अलग। Now the servant has no choice, he can't do anything. The next day when the servant comes to fight, he has nothing to literally win, he has everything to lose, or rather say the opposite, he has nothing to lose, he's already lost everything. उसको पता है कि वो मास्टर के जितना कुशल तो कभी लड़ ही नहीं सकता है। He can't fight with that kind of quality and effectiveness and all that. He is not a trained person in that. Neither has he ever practiced. उसमें वो कौशल है ही नहीं, और यहाँ पर उसे उस मास्टर से लड़ाई भी करनी है। कहते हैं कि उस नौकर ने अपने आप को लड़ाई में इस प्रकार झोंक दिया कि वो मास्टर भी अचंभित रह गया, आश्चर्यचकित रह गया देखकर, माय गुडनेस, he is fighting like this, and actually master he lost the war, the servant won the war, because the servant gave himself to that act totally. Now the servant is no more there. All that remains is the war. So that's what Osho is also indicating at the moment your I am is stopped, there is a quality to the work. Till the time there is the work and there is you, the doer, the quality of the work is going to be compromised. You can never have the best quality work with the doer present in it. So that is what Osho is indicating at. So with the japa, there is the one who is doing the japa, and then there is the sanik, and hence there is this division. When you have division, you have fragmentation, you can never be a whole, and hence you will get schizophrenic in some time. That is what Osho is indicating. या कोमल जी,
लास्ट वाला थोड़ा 2-3 लाइन दोहराएंगे जरा, क्या बोली? जैसे आपने बोला सैनिक, और बाद में क्या एक लाइन बताया?
सैनिक के पास डिवीजन है ना, एक जाप करने वाला सैनिक है और जाप है, ठीक है। जाप सैनिक के लिए कॉन्शियस एक्टिविटी तो हुआ नहीं, बन नहीं पाया। अगर जाप कॉन्शियस एक्टिविटी बन जाता तो उसका काम ही उसके लिए जप बन जाता ना। He would have been totally into his whatever he has to do, which did not happen. So here is the soldier, and here is that japa which the soldier is supposed to do, and hence there is fragmentation, there is division, and when there will be division, the resultant will be schizophrenic. Yeah, Komalji.
Yeah, thank you, Richa, for giving. I was not there for a few days. You know that it was the wedding celebrations from last 1 month going on. So I was able to connect with what is going on right now. Is like I was not doing my conscious things like meditation sometimes, and whatever I used to do, like practices, I'm not so much into it, but whatever I was doing, that also was put off because of all that. But because I was fully involved in that celebration, in that dancing, in that, like you can say it was such a hectic thing, but I didn't feel anything. And I was so energetic. Like Sunday, we came back around 12 at night, and morning 6 o'clock, I went to my school the very next day. Like it was not at all hectic because I was fully involved in that, and that doership was not there. I could relate it with that. Like कल भी there was celebration, और बाद में इतनी टांग में दर्द होती है ना कि कुछ काम करना पड़े तो वहां से वहां जाना पड़ा, यार थक गए। लेकिन कल थकने का नाम ही नहीं था because of the same thing what we are talking. I think so. Maybe it is because of that. Just wanted to share. Thank you.
Perfect example. बहुत बढ़िया।
थकान तब तक नहीं होती है जब तक
काम नहीं सोचते हैं उसको।
आप उसके बारे में सोच नहीं रहे होते हैं। जैसे ही सब चीज से बाहर आएंगे, सेलिब्रेशन वेडिंग से बाहर आएंगे और होश आएगा कि अरे इतना कुछ हुआ, बस थकान अपने आप ही आ जाएगी। सफर में जाते हैं, घूमने जाते हैं, तब थकान नहीं होती है ना। वापस आके देखिए 2 दिन थकान उतारने में निकलते हैं। ये थकान अचानक से कहाँ से पैदा हो जाता है?
Start thinking about it, right?
Because now you have started to think about it, and you have also started to create that division that okay, I went and I am back, and all that stuff has started to happen. Yeah. ठीक है? Anything else in the Shilji? Or any?
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Richa, I have a question. This is Abha.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
शिव जी ने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा और उसका जो डिस्कशन था उस पे, तो we need to be focused in whatever we are doing and take it lightly. वहां तक तो बात समझ में आई. Now if I put myself in this example, जैसे सुबह मेरे बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे हैं, that time I'm preparing their lunch, I'm making sure that they're coming out of the shower on time, they're not, unnecessarily watching TV. तो दिस इज मल्टीटास्किंग, राइट? तो उस समय तो मेरा फोकस नहीं रहता है, बिकॉज आई I can't say I'm enjoying the cooking or the lunch box that I'm making for them, because I'm also distracted by whether they're getting ready on time, whether they're wearing the right uniform, etc. etc. तो तो ये तो meditative state हमारी हो नहीं सकती है काम करते समय. The question is like, how do we bring it in? That's one. And then in that case, is that alternative of just sit down for half an hour and meditate, be as calm as you can during your mundane chores of the day? Or is there a way to bring mindfulness into these activities where you can't be just doing one thing? And definitely, I mean, as a mother, I don't see many places, where I can focus on one thing. So can you elaborate that, please?
You see, when you are centered, there is a sense of dispassion, detachment with all that has to happen on the worldly plane. Now, that does not mean that you will stop doing it, because the moment you are with the body has its own demand. The body is the creation of this existence. So being in the body is being in the existence. So the job of existence has to happen. The duties have to be discharged. Now the question is, are you getting very irritated or all such feelings that is reminding you constantly that you are not able to be meditative? If that is happening, then there is a challenge. But if you can bring yourself back to the fact that this is okay, let me do this, let the job be done, and he takes over. This job also is given to me by him, by the supreme, or whatever connotation you would like to give. And so the task gets done, and then it does not move around with you like a tail, does not leave a residue. So this is something that even I face, because I have a 12-year-old daughter. And a lot of time when I have got some work to finish, she'll come and she wants time, or she has something to share. There are moments wherein I listen to her, and there are moments wherein I tell her that this is not the right time. Now the problem is, if telling her this is not the right time leaves me with a residue of guilt or something, then there is a challenge. Also, giving her time leaves me with a residue that I have not been able to finish the work that I was doing. Then also there is a challenge. So whatever you do it, you be in it, you do it well, and then do not allow that to interfere after the act is done. The act is done, it is over. So it is like this. There is another story, again very common. There was this Zen monk, and in this monastery, they were not allowed to go close to women. Their disciples especially, they were not supposed to go close, touch women. So once the two disciples and the master, they were going, and they came across a kind of small river pond, something which needed to be crossed, and they saw a lady standing there who's wondering and thinking, how do I cross it? So the master asked, and then he took the lady on his shoulder, and he crossed the river. Now the disciples were damn furious. What the hell? We are not supposed to touch a female, and he took him on his shoulders. What is this? So they crossed the river, the lady was dropped, and they moved ahead. And these disciples, they created certain distance in walking. Initially they were together, but then now these two people, they are talking amongst themselves. And after a while, they just could not hold their anger. So they said to the master, Master, we are not supposed to touch a woman as a rule in our monastery. You not only touched, you took her on your shoulders and you crossed the river. Why did you do this? You broke the rule, didn't you? The master looked at them, smiled, and said, Oh, you are still carrying the lady on your shoulders? I left her back there then and there. This exactly is the reason why disciples are not allowed to come near the woman. Because in their mind, they will be carrying the residue. The master, wherein left the female, he left her completely. He is not thinking about her. He is not carrying her along with. But the same is not happening with the disciple. Similar is something that happens with us when we are discharging the duties, when you are making the lunch, etc., etc. You must know how much to get involved into, and you must be able to do it with certain sense of detachment. And once the job is done, the job is done. When you did, that activity became your meditation. When it was over, the other thing that you got into, that became the meditation. So if something of this kind can happen, and this will only happen if you can remember this, if you can hold the thoughts that's coming to you then and it says that, oh my God, I have to do this. No, nothing, oh my God. It's all right. It is to be done, it is to be done, and that is it. There are no logic, there are no tark, vitark, kutark around all this. No analysis. This is to be done. Lunch has to be packed, cook the food, pack. Children are to be asked to get ready, ask them to get ready. Show your anger if they are getting late, that is also fine. But getting angry, now there is a challenge. Play the role. Play the role of the mother that you are. And once the job is done, once the kids are away, step out of that role. There is no need to hold on to that role. And that is where your meditativeness will start to happen, Abhaji. Are you getting the point?
Yes, excellent. Thank you. Thanks. I think I'm getting a little bit there, when you don't think, oh, I have upset them by shouting at them. Sometimes you linger on it. I used to once upon a time, a lot more than how I am now. पूरा दिन यही सोच के डांट दिया, ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए था. But that was the need of the hour. You did it. As long as you patch it up properly, I think you're good to move on. And that's what one needs to learn. Absolutely. Is one of the things I picked up from what you said.
Absolutely. In fact,
yeah,
you will look at the typical day of females around. These are the topics of gossip for them. मैंने सुबह ये किया, लंच में ये बनाया, बच्चों ने ऐसे परेशान किया. They are so much in love with this victim state that everything is boiling on them. And oh my God, if they would not be there, how will this house run? They are the ones who are taking care of everything, and without them, everything will go off. Everything will get derailed. Unfortunately, existence does not care. If you are there, you are discharging your duties. If you're not there, you're not. It's okay. Somebody else will do. They will find their ways to sustain. Nobody will go empty stomach. I was talking to my neighbor. It's long ago, 7-8 years ago, story, and she was telling me that one of her relatives, she went to some Osho ashram somewhere. She stayed there for a month or two. She had 2 kids, and they were some 17-18 years of age. And finally, it so happened that she was delaying her coming back so much that the family went to get her back, that please come back. She said, no, you guys can carry your work. You guys go. I will not come back. So others might get too furious on her that she did not come back. She did not do her duty and discharge her duty. You see, she has totally changed her identity. She's no more the mother. She's no more that lady who was supposed to do all that. So the moment she left her identity, all those things became irrelevant to her. But will others understand? They will curse her for some time and then they will adjust. They will find their ways of doing it. How to do things. So unless we agree to what we are doing, I was talking to a friend of mine 2-3 days back, and I was saying that, you see, something in me is agreeing to be that mother and take upon those duties. That is why I am stuck here. No, had I said that no, I don't want to be mother anymore, I would have left this. No, मुझे जो आज की तिथि में बंधन सा लगता है कि मेरे आध्यात्मिक प्रगति के रास्ते आ रहा है, क्योंकि मुझे इतना काम करना पड़ जाता है बीइंग अ मदर, और मेरे इतने कर्तव्य हैं. कुछ तो है मुझ में ना जो उस चीज के लिए राजी है. Without my agreement, how will that happen? The moment that identity dies, I agree to leave that identity. That detachment will happen and I'll move on. But right now, I am not courageous enough. Or whichever way you want to see it, you can see it. Everybody is free to create their opinions. But that is how it is with me. So till the time I am there, what should I do? Should I keep cursing? Or should I make that only the... And I was having this discussion with this friend for real long. That you got to make everything that is around you, you like it or you do not like it, meditative. My Reiki master was the other day saying that, we were having a meditation. She makes us do something, some visualization and some meditative stuff at times. And there was so much of noise around me. All of a sudden, my daughter came, mama, 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 mama. And then she saw me sitting with closed eyes, concentrating, focusing somewhere. She went off. Then my husband came and he looked at me and he said, "Lagta hai so gayi hai." Then he made his comment and he went. All that happened. So after the thing was over, I was sharing and I said, this is what happened. And my master laughed. She said, you got to involve everything that is a distraction around you as your ecology, and make that your ways to be more meditative. The moment you will include them and you will not resist them, you will be all right. But till the time you will keep resisting, then you are torn apart. So you will have to include that in your ecology. All that is happening around is a part of it. You cannot go to some jungle, some forest, some Himalayas, somewhere and be meditative. At least not possible for me at this moment. So that's how it is. So you will have to look at it in those ways.
Makes sense. Guilt versus duties, a fine balance of that.
No, there is nothing like balance. The moment those things are looked from a different perspective, दृष्टि बदलते ही, कहते हैं ना, जैसी दृष्टि वैसी सृष्टि. आपने दृष्टि बदली, आपकी सृष्टि बदल जाएगी. जब तक वो सब काम है, करना है, ओफ कितनी जिम्मेदारियां हैं, तब तक मुसीबतें भी रहेंगी. जिस दिन वो हो जाएगा कि ठीक है, अभी इसको ऐसे ऐसे करना है, आप वैसे प्लान कर लोगे, वो बहुत सहजता से हो जाएगा और फिर आपके सर के ऊपर वो एक बोझ नहीं बनेगा. It will not haunt you. The rest of the days, whatever you want to do, you will be able to do it. And that is what also brings quality to any work that you do. You know, the effectiveness, that quality, that only comes when you are fully involved. And how do you be fully involved if you're resisting, or if you're cursing in any way, or if you're saying अरे ये भी देखना पड़ता है, अरे वो भी देखना पड़ता है? ऐसा ही है ना, ठीक है।
बिल्कुल करना पड़ता है से करना चाहता हूँ वर्क तो वही रहेगा, सिर्फ डिफरेंस आ
करना
जाएगा
चाहता
थोड़ा सा।
हुआ भी नहीं होता है कोमल जी, करना चाहता हूँ भी नहीं। यही है, चाहता हूँ इज अ चॉइस। Where do you have a choice here? No, in the sense you can choose not to totally do this work, and then that also will be all right. But doing it, when you do it, you have already chosen to do it. So be with it.
Then there is no choice.
Then be with it. Then where is this resistance? Now you will become schizophrenic by having a fragmentation in your own mind. ठीक है? So, do we have Shreyas? No, he is not there.
I think
So,
here just one thing came to the mind, one question you can say or something. Ki, just now we were discussing about Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and all those different ways of doing something so that you can attain whatever you wish to. Like sometimes what happens, you really do not know what is your way. ऐसा मतलब लोग कर रहे हैं, सपोज आई टेक भक्ति योगा, ऐसा लगता है कि ये भक्ति योगा के लिए ही बने हैं, लेकिन दे ओनली नो वेदर दे आर शोइंग ऑफ और वो कर रहे हैं या सच में वो उसके लिए बने हैं।
फर्क पड़ता है दूसरे क्या करते हैं।
नहीं, मेरा अपना भी नहीं पता चलता है कभी कभी।
तो ये मेरी ईमानदारी पर निर्भर करता है। यदि मैं ईमानदार हूँ तो मुझे, देखिए हम सबको सब कुछ पता है, ऐसा कोई नहीं है दुनिया में जिसको पता नहीं है।
पता नहीं है,
हम उसको स्वीकार नहीं करते हैं, ये बिल्कुल अलग बात है। हम नकार में जीते हैं, we deny, we do not accept.
So how to find out which is your path really? मतलब कुछ कहते हैं ना points हैं क्या, pointers like yes what I'm doing is according to my way of thinking or something. कभी-कभी लगता है पता नहीं, कभी-कभी थोड़ा सा confusion आता है।
If you want to test, go ahead and keep testing till the time you feel settled. That's one thing. The other thing is to know is that all the mark at the end of the day culminate at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
Find what is bringing unrest to you, and then one of the best way I love is Maharshi Raman way. He will question who is getting unrest, who is getting irritated, and the moment you catch up that identity, you become conscious of that identity dissolves, disintegrates.
Knowledge of
But one has to be honest enough to be with this, that till the time I figure out who in me is, you know, हम वो करते ही नहीं है ना। हमारे पास तो इतने भतेरे काम है अपने आप को भुला देने के लिए कि हु एम आई कौन करेगा, है ना। टीवी देख लेंगे, यूट्यूब देख लेंगे, किताब उठा लेंगे, गॉसिप कर लेंगे, घर का काम कर लेंगे, और इतना कुछ है करने के लिए। गप्पे लगा लेंगे, शॉपिंग पे चले जाएंगे, इतना कुछ है भूल जाने के लिए खुद को। तो हु एम आई के लिए ध्यान कहाँ से देंगे?
वहीं का ही ध्यान जरूरी है। एग्जाम्पल एक अभी आया कि मैं जब भी क्लास अटेंड करती हूँ, आई थिंक मैं बहुत ज्यादा क्वेश्चनिंग में जाती हूँ या बहुत बोलने में। तो क्या है कि जैसे अभी मेरा पैर ट्विस्ट हुआ, आते आते पैर में थोड़ा चोट लग गई मुझे, तो उसने लगा बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, क्या ये हो रहा है, क्या है, सब लोग इतने, क्योंकि इतने सारे लोग थे, इतने सारे गेस्ट थे, सब लोग मेरे ही पीछे पड़ गए कि क्या हो गया पैर में, और मुझे कुछ लग ही नहीं रहा है, क्योंकि वही माइंड में आ रहा है कि मुझे थोड़ी हुआ है, मैन समथिंग एल्स, दिस हैज हैपेंड टू माय बॉडी, दिस हैज हैपेंड टू माय फुट, हो जाएगा ना। उससे तो थोड़ा सा अलग कर लेते हैं तो इट गिव्स इफेक्ट। तो वो मुझे इफेक्ट दे रहा था, तो मुझे लगा हाँ ये मेरा नहीं था, हो रहा है ना, ठीक है, दर्द ठीक हो जाएगा।
It happens to my body से it happens to the body पे आइए तो और मजा है।
हाँ, माई भी हटाना है वहां से,
पारुल
माई
जी,
बॉडी भी हटाना है।
Actually, it was, I mean, just recently, there was some, like disturbing event, like in the, in my family or something. So, like, इतने ज्ञान सुनने के बाद में भी ना कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि when that happens you just go back in the same square one. तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि फायदा क्या है, एंड लाइक कब कब हम कब उस लेवल पे आएंगे, सो दैट वाज द क्वेश्चन जो 2-3 दिन से काफी चल रहा है.
उस लेवल पे उस मोमेंट आ जाएंगे जिस मोमेंट आप वहां पे आने के लिए तय कर लेंगे. जब तक and this really demands that you agree to be there. हर व्यक्ति यही कहता है जिन्होंने जाना है कि it is not the job of a lifetime or duration. You are talking of moving to the zone beyond time. How can in time you can decide to go beyond time? You can't. So this is why I keep on insisting in the group about spiritual shopping, that one must not get engaged in, because Maya will very easily take over. Now, when these things happen, there are two things which I have observed happen. So one, we kind of become little, because everybody around is talking in certain way कि कितना बुरा हो गया, उसमें आप बोल दो कि क्या बुरा हो गया तो हो गया, तो उसके बाद questioning. So many times we tend to start agreeing कि हाँ गड़बड़ हो गया. But look at what is happening within. Are you able to look at it with certain level of detachment, or are you finding yourself totally shattered, moved by the event? If you are able to look at that with certain level of detachment, then something beautiful will happen. The event will not come and shake you like crazy.
जैसे हम लोग बातें कर रहे थे ना कि ऐसे एक न्यूज आएगी तो ऐसे हिल जाएंगे. So like similar, yeah, I mean, so the thing is कि like ऐसा पता नहीं possible भी है या, or we are like expecting too much from us, जैसे कि after all end of the day तो humans ही है ना, like we can't.
No,
I mean, but ऐसा I just I didn't know that इतना हिल जाएंगे. So I mean, it's generally तो like everybody behaves like हाँ बहुत अच्छे से रहता है, but just ऐसा like I don't know, like कुछ ऐसा कि जिससे accelerate हो जाए या वो state पे आए, तो I don't know, we are over expecting. मैं थोड़ी confused हो
गई. There is conditioning. The good news is that you are at least becoming conscious of what is happening. Even if it is overpowering you, the good news is you are becoming conscious कि ये overpower कर रहा है, and I am being moved. For a lot of people, being moved is the right thing. Yeah, for example, let me take this example. If death happens, oh my God, death has happened. Now one has to cry, one has to feel bad about it. You can never, with complete centeredness, let the person go. And I feel so devastated, saddened by the fact that 80 years of age, 85, 90, with pipes in the nose, you're keeping people alive. Look at the torture that one is giving to the fellow, because I can't allow you to die. Why? They are part of existence, and this is the rule of existence. Once who has come has to go. And somebody who is in 70s, 80s, and 90s, at least for them, I can't understand. And that's what's happening. So to be able to allow existence to take over, the existential process to take over, it might take a little more time, but then becoming conscious of it is that, yes, there is this resistance in me right now, because the moment you become conscious of it, you'll be able to work on it.
So it's basically, it's a detachment, like, अगर like I can, क्या कहते हैं, साक्षी भाव में मैं रह सकती हूँ, मैं देख सकती हूँ कि अच्छा ये ऐसा हो रहा है, जैसे कोई इवेंट होता है तो मुझे समझ में आ जाता है कि हाँ ठीक है, ये इवेंट है और मैं इसको विटनेस कर रही हूँ, मैं उसके अंदर नहीं हूँ, लाइक इवन इफ इट्स हैपनिंग अराउंड मी, बट वो जो एक आई थिंक अटैचमेंट विद द जो पर्सन होता है ना, वो नहीं हो पा रहा, तो उसके लिए क्या करें?
Attachment with
एक
a
तो अटैचमेंट कि मैं एंटेंगलमेंट हो गई, कि मैं बस अब उसके अंदर ही घुस गई और मैं एकदम लॉस, ऐसा नहीं है। आई कैन सी कि हाँ ये है, अभी मुझे इससे यहाँ पे ऐसे करना है, बट वो अटैचमेंट, आई थिंक वो वही माया या क्या करें उसका।
see, uh, attachment is nothing but a matter of time and space, how close you have been with that person in time and as well as space, for how long you have stayed close with that person, and what's the proximity that you have shared, so many distant relative whom we hear about, we don't feel anything because there has been no time space attachment, those scope have not been there. So when the person goes, you will have to realize that a part of your identity also goes. It is that loss of that identity because of which we become so sad, etc., etc. For example, if my mother goes, my identity of being a daughter also goes away. No, I am a daughter till the time I have parents. After my parents, I am not a daughter. No, that identity is gone. And as a daughter, I have decorated that so much because I have to do this for my parents, I have to do that for my parents, and I am the person who is giving so much of support to my parents, and I am seeking support from them. So there is a complete transaction going on, and ego is something that thrives in transaction. Ego gets its nutrition from transaction. So ego will feel bad if something of this kind happens, and that is this entire game of Maya. What else is? But if you are able to look at it, that it's okay, besides being my parents, they were human being who came in the existence, who went to the existence, I will feel bad because for a little while that yes, they were there, it was so nice, I enjoyed so much, they gave me so much, blah blah blah, but I will not get shattered, and it will not take me months to come out of it. And then I will be able to remember them sweetly, not with a pinch of salt that, oh, they are no more there. That will not happen. You see, with people, when with the death of near and dear ones, their entire life changes. That should not happen, because your life is not your life, it is his life. When you are his manifestation, that should shine. And when that is shining, you know that even your so-called parents were his manifestation, came from him, went to him, that's all. But
So
to
having,
realize, yeah.
So having like more क्या बोलते हैं कि close relation with divine helps, like
Of course.
ये सारा ये सब छोड़ो, वही better है.
It is not about chodo. I would not say it is about chodo. It is about know that this is the game. This is the leela. Play your part and that's all. It is like that movie. When you are in a theater, how many of us remember the screen is so important on which the movie is happening? Do we remember the screen really? And you will find this example so prevalent in the Upanishads. You go to the cinema hall, you become one with the protagonist, you laugh with them, you shout with them, you can feel those changes in the physiology when good scenes are happening, when the romantic songs are going on, when the bad scenes are happening, when there is violence going on, all that you can feel that happening in you. And when it's closed, for a little while we all stay there in the protagonist's shoes, and that becomes the talk of the the next gossip stuff. How many of us remember that it's all happening on the screen, and if the screen had not been there, all this drama wouldn't have happened?
See, I'm able to do that, sometimes. And when I watch TV, तो उससे पहले मैं अपने आप को कह देती हूँ, भाई ये ना सिर्फ वो है, so I don't get, otherwise तो people get so depressed भी हो जाते हैं. So but वो तो जैसे I said ना कि वो detached होके देखना is easy for me, but वो जो already जो है,
the way you see the
attachment,
movie, that has to be the way you see life also. The only difference is movie mein somebody else is playing the role of the actor, actresses and all that. Here it is you who is playing. You are your own actor. That's the only difference. And if you can see, drashta bhav yahi to hai na कि आप अपने आप को as a third person you are able to see, that witnessing sakshi bhav yahi to hai aur kya hai. And if you are able to see, you will be able to disassociate yourself also.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Vivek, you want to say something?
Yes. So multiple points. पहले तो last वाला point पहले लेता हूँ कि detach होके देखना चीजें तो मजा नहीं आएगा. So that is, I think, one thing to remember. Second thing is we sometimes, especially with these lectures that we have every Sunday, I think for that 1 hour we suddenly become little bit more impatient that अरे यार हम अभी तक पहुंचे नहीं, अभी तक हम यहीं पे है, what is it. But I think we have to remember that we are all very far away from the actual thing. So धीरे धीरे everyday 0.01% भी growth हो रहा है ना, that's enough. I think we should not hurry the process because we are not evolved as yet. We have started, ठीक है, अभी time लगेगा, and we have time, right? Everybody has time. ऐसे नहीं कि कुछ कल ही कुछ होने वाला है. So I think let's take it a little bit slow. And more importantly, I think when we actually do these kind of things, I think one of the when we're choosing a path and all that, I think we have a lot of time to choose and evaluate कि क्या है, क्या paths available है, ये करके देखा, वो करके देखा, ये सुन के देखा, वो सुन के देखा. And more importantly, in this sansar and the bhog that we are going through, I think somewhere each of us is enjoying that part little bit. So that is why we are still behind. The moment we stop enjoying it or we feel अरे यार ये सब क्या हो रहा है हमारे साथ, I think that is when we get little bit more closer to the ultimate. So I think these were some of the points.
Okay, let's look at each one of them one by one. कितना टाइम है? बहुत लिमिटेड टाइम है. We are not here for eternity. So time है, this is an illusion. Time नहीं है. Why? Because आप जितना defer करोगे, आप माया को अपने ऊपर चढ़ने के लिए उतना समय और दे दोगे. अभी तो माया से हम दूर होना शुरू भी नहीं हुए हैं, अभी और हमारे ऊपर माया. It is like that mirror. I have not started cleaning that mirror. It has got 1 inch of धूल on it, and because I'm not cleaning it and allowing time, so more and more dirt is only getting over it. So instead of 1 inch, now I have got 1.5 inch after some time, and my time to clean it has reduced. If I had 10 hours of time, now only I have 2 hours of time. If I do not even use those 2 hours, another ½ inch of dirt. So now I've got, instead of 1 inch, 2 inch of dirt, and I only have ½ an hour to clean. So I have got less time to clean much more. This is how it will happen. So time, honestly speaking, नहीं है, but ये मन को सुकून बहुत देता है. It gives a lot of solace and peace. We have a lot of time. You see, this is why. Now again, coming back to this, Vivek, if one feels very okay with what is happening in life, spirituality is not for them. Spirituality, frankly speaking, honestly speaking, is never for everyone. Otherwise, Kabir never had to say, Hira taha na kholiye jahan kunjaran ki haat. He would never have said this. No Upanishad would have spoken about patrata. No Rishi, no Guru would have talked of patrata. So spirituality is definitely for everyone. It is not for everyone. It is only for the ones who have realized that there is immense boredom in this life. कुछ तो है जो ठीक नहीं है, and there is something missing. To somebody whom this thirst of something missing has not arisen, it does not come back. Spirituality, they should not even try to get into it. They must enjoy life the way it is happening. This is exactly the reason why all those who have gone through this, they talk of suffering so much. Why all the bhakti saints are crying of that barrier, that you are there and I am here, that separation. Why is Rumi saying that the wound is the place where the light enters from? Why wound? Because again, I will get back to Kabir. What happens is, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे ना कोई. So till the time one feels very involved in world, they should go ahead and get involved. Right now, maybe their time has not come. And there is nothing right or wrong in it. It is just that existence has its own rules of the game. So I will come back to Krishna then. He says in Gita, the way you worship me, the way you remember me, I come to you in the same way. आप मुझे जिस तरीके से, तुम मुझे जैसे भजोगे, मैं भी तुम्हें वैसे ही भजूंगा. So when you remember me through worldly things, I will also remember you by giving you those pains that the worldly things, which is Maya, gives. It is very simple calculation. So until and unless one is really willing to know and making that a bigger purpose, till that time, spirituality is not the thing that will occur. So if you will ask me, I don't feel there is time. But yes, you can go ahead with your pace if you are finding it so difficult. Again, there is nothing right, nothing wrong in this. It is not about right and wrong. It is about you get what you sow. And that will keep happening. That's the nature of existence. That's the law of existence, and nobody can ever break it. It is that simple. So know that every action has a consequence. So whatever the action would be, consequence would be somewhere in alignment. And many times, consequence will not even be in alignment. For example, I took all the right steps to ensure that next month my profession will take off, and next month pandemic happened. Everything went for a close down. So now the profession cannot take off. Now, if only I am centered, I will be able to look at various options. Otherwise, we all cried in pandemic, did we not? It took until there was this emergency situation. For example, for schools, almost last week of March, the lockdown happened, and for schools, it was a state of emergency that new session has to begin. They adopted to online immediately. But for a lot of people, they took time to make that transition because there was no state of urgency. So for spirituality also, unless one feels that state of urgency, meditativeness will not happen. Yes, I can understand when you said that when you do not enjoy, your life becomes so very boring and all that. The question is, what is that you want to enjoy? The real nectar, or you are satisfied with all that you are getting? If you're satisfied, good. It is all right. But this is not the real nectar. There is something which is very serene and all that. So that is how it is. Again, I'll say there is nothing right and wrong about it. It is just that one has to decide if one is willing to be on this path or not, because that also demands some sacrifices of the present status quo. It is asking for the doer to dissolve, the ego to dissolve, the one who is enjoying the world to dissolve. So the world itself will shatter, no? So if I'm so stuck with the world and I'm enjoying the world, why will I want it to shatter? So then that is not for me, because that asks for everything, not something. उसको थोड़ा थोड़ा में काम नहीं चलता, उसको पूरा चाहिए. पूर्णमदा तभी होता है जब आप पूरा दे देते हो, अन्यथा पूर्णमदा नहीं होता है. ठीक है?
Thank you, Richa ji.
Thank you. Okay. Any other question? We will not do Taittiriya Upanishad today. It's already.
Richa ji, may I ask?
Yeah, Rohit, please go ahead.
So, ma'am, this is from the point of view of a sadhak, basically. So, let's say I love my work, and whenever I'm working, I really try to see to it that I immerse myself in my work as much as possible. But there are certain situations जहाँ पर कभी कुछ हुआ होता है, some emotion like anger or something is coming up जो पहले किसी और situation में हुआ होता है. When I'm trying to focus on my work, instead of focusing on my work, that emotion is coming up and it's distracting me from my work. But still I make an effort to focus on my work. How do I ensure in this particular situation that the emotion which is coming up, I'm not suppressing it and still being able to effectively focus on the task which is at hand?
Rohit, if you are in the situation of emotion, trying to concentrate on the work, the emotion will automatically get suppressed. You will have to pay little attention to what is that emotion trying to say. What is it conveying you? Where is it coming from? That would have arisen because of some circumstance. Either something would have happened or somebody would have said something. And the moment you will look at that, the moment you will reflect on that, what you will discover is there is a part of, or there is an identity rather, which is getting affected, which is feeling hurt, because of which the emotion is arising. The whole idea is you become aware of the play of that identity and then let it dissolve, which means not get attached or stuck with that identity. For example, I do not know your exact situation, but I'm just assuming, let's take, for example, my supervisor says something to me. I did not like the tone. I did not like something of those kinds. Then there is something in me which is feeling hurt. And what is this in me? There is an identity that tells me, which I have defined as that I have not done this wrong, and how can I be wrong? And I have done the work so much, and I have given so much of time, and all those things. So there is an identity which claims that you are so committed, you are so perfect, you are so effective, etc., etc. And my supervisor's statements has questioned all those identities. Now, if I'll not pay attention to these identities, they will keep, and because that is their nature, they will keep rising up, one by one, they'll keep coming up. So paying attention to the identities and then knowing that they are just identities, becoming aware that they are just identities, and see how are they playing. The moment you do this, something beautiful start to happen. You will be able to dismiss those identities. It's okay. It's okay. And that's where suppression will not happen. You will be beyond those identities and will be able to come back to your work. Is that helping you?
So, Richa ji, would you recommend that putting it again in a practical situation, that when you are working, when you are trying to focus on work, if these emotions are coming up, would you recommend that just for the time being, if possible, stop the work and just observe these emotions and reflect on these emotions and then get back to work? Or just कुछ लोग workaholic बन जाते हैं, like they become workaholic there's a very subtle line, right, between workaholic and becoming meditative in your work, wherein a
Yes.
workaholic is trying to just suppress his emotions from coming up. So how how do you prevent that from happening? Basically, that becoming meditative in work rather than becoming a workaholic.
So I'll answer your first question first. Yes, taking a break for a while and being with that emotion to see what it is saying and looking at it from a distance will be a better idea than pushing yourself to work in exactly the way you take coffee break, you take lunch break, you go to loo. In the same way, you just take the emotion break. That's a good idea to do. Workaholic is an escape route. To be workaholic is a way to escape from really knowing what is around. Somewhere I am not into the life that's happening around me. So I bury myself into work. That is not meditativeness in the work. Now, there are two things, a caution. I could be meditative in my work. And so I love doing whatever I'm doing. And so when you love doing it, you do not want to put it into compartment that I only will do it for 4 hours, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the daytime, etc. like that. You do it whenever possible. So to others, I might look as workaholic. Although I am not really a workaholic. To others, I might appear as workaholic. That is all right. But if I define myself as workaholic, that somebody who does work for 14 hours a day and all such crazy stuff, then there is escapism. One is running away from something. One will have to stop to see what they are running away. Either they have created an identity that says so, and so they, in order to live to that identity, because you see, we talked about it when we discussed about the Antahakarana, the Man, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar, and we said that every identity demands protection. This is how, because every identity is nothing but ego. It demands protection. And to protect that, one will have to do things, one will have to make statements which justifies its existence. So for a workaholic, because they have assumed that identity over themselves, you see, they take pride in saying, I am a workaholic. Look at the pleasure that they derive in declaring themselves as workaholic. So when that happens, they are definitely running away from those things and they are being too attached with this identity. That is the game that's happening. So Maya is playing big time. Maya is playing big time. Ego game is on big time. So that's what happens.
That definitely there's a lot of things. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else?
I could relate जो भी आप बता रही थी ना वर्कहॉलिक एंड ऑल ये मेरे साथ मेरे अंदर बहुत है so I could relate with this all these examples ego emotion no ये पूरा मेरा ही पिक्चर चल रहा है ऐसे डिस्कशन में को लग रहा है अभी it's good thank you.
There are at times a part of some job. For example, I'll give you an example. I am creating some course, a digital course, and I know that I would need visibility if I want to tell people that this course exists, and if you think you need to work on this skill, you should take it. It's on decision-making skill that I'm creating the course on. And I see this lacking so much in youngsters. They take decisions so blindly under the whole impression of hormonal stuff and the conditioning कि ऐसा ही होता है और मेरे दोस्त कर रहे हैं, so I also have to do and all that. So that's my target market. I really feel pain. I feel so saddened when I look at people. What kind of career choices have they made? What kind of relationship choices have they made? How are they totally handling their life? So now I know that course has to reach those people and they have to feel drawn towards it in order to buy that and do it, so that I can take them through the journey. For this, I need digital presence. In order to reach those people, I need digital presence. So I will have to make YouTube videos, and I'll have to be more visible on Facebook. And I'm a social media shy person. I just do not go on social media. I mean, so it's so much so that Facebook on my mobile, I did not look at it for 4 months. When I went to it, I saw that Facebook has thrown me out. It says re-login. My login only from the mobile also was, I was logged out. So I had to leave, and then it took me another 1 month to re-log in because I did not remember my password, etc. And so now you go and figure out where have you written it, and then re-log in and all that. So yesterday I was in certain group, and the discussion on Facebook Live was going on, and somebody was actually trying to share how and what you should do when you go Facebook Live. He said, let's do this experiment. Let's each one of us go and do Facebook Live. At that moment, I was also simultaneously was doing a training session. So because my co-trainer was taking the session, so I was attending the another system. I simply took an excuse that I am doing training right now, I'm conducting training right now, so I can't do it. They said, okay, but if you do it today, you make a promise, then it is okay. I said, okay, I'll do it. Yesterday, the entire day, I kept postponing it. And today, afternoon around 11-12, I said to myself, what the hell? I am postponing it because I am feeling so zapped. What to talk about there? Yeah? Do I have a content? Why should I go there? What should I do there? And then I said, content will be built if I first agree to do it. And so I just went and I talked because I had to break that barrier. This is how things hold. And this is when, fortunately, by grace, I live in a little awareness. Then all these things happen. So things will keep gripping you. And when you go ahead and do a job, you will have 5 things around that job which you do not like to do, but they will be like a gift package, you know. They come as a package deal. You have to do it. So even though I love preparing that course, that content, because I am a one-man show, I will have to do something to ensure that how do I make it reach those people. And so all these things become important even though I dislike it. But I can't run away from those. That's how it is. That's the whole package deal. So becoming conscious helps. Then I only pushed myself that you go and you better do it. And I could do it. Then it wasn't so difficult. So we brand ourselves like, and I find so nice to say that I am not a social media person. And that is a good way of running away from social media altogether. When you know that that's one place wherein you will have to go. It's just that when you go there with complete consciousness, you do not get drowned. Otherwise, you go there for 5 minutes and you come out after 2 hours. Arey, 2 ghante I'd been scrolling. So then that keeps happening.
In the same boat, Richa, I'm in the same boat. I run away from social media and very proudly say that I'm not a social media person.
That's a great identity that I have created. Now I have to break that identity. I have to. There is no other way. Talk. That's the only way. So you go.
There are always, contradictory things, like nowadays, because most of them are very, very addicted. So like, amongst youngsters, it's kind of, it's cool because, I also have a teenager, so it's cool not to be on social media, mom. So if he catches me, then like, is it, so it's like on other way around also. So I mean, you say,
actually it depends
right and wrong,
for what purpose you are on social media. Purpose only has to define. Just like that, if you are addicted to social media, I think that is wrong. But if there is some purpose, they really want to give away something and there is a purpose in going to the social media, I think that makes a difference, right?
Do whatever, and this is Osho's mantra, do whatever with consciousness, with awareness. And that is why Osho was labeled like crazy, like sex guru and all that. He said you go into that act with awareness. People picked up, go into that act, and they dropped with awareness.
Awareness.
And created the entire facade. You go into that act with awareness and you see what happens.
What is there in mind, there only the people will go.
You will be done with it totally. But then how do you then talk about all those things? So awareness is very, very important. Do whatever with awareness. And there is a story also. There was this chore who wanted to stop all those stealing stuff. So he goes to a guru and he says, I want to be your I want to be your disciple, but I will not stop stealing. So because I've gone to many people and every other person has told me, you will have to stop stealing, you will have to stop stealing, you will have to leave this job. I can't leave this job. So the guru says, no, I will not ask you to leave anything. That's fine. So morning discourse, he says, okay, you do whatever you do, but with awareness. It's fine. So night, he's already set to go to do all the stealing stuff. Now goes there with awareness. Now, how do I steal with awareness? Because with the moment awareness comes, I know this is not right. This is not appropriate. This is not correct. This is not aligned with existence. Now he can't steal. Then he comes back to the guru and he says, you trapped me. You tricked me. Now I can't steal, because the moment awareness comes, stealing does not happen. So you don't have to leave stealing. You have to become aware. Yeah, Anushli.
Yeah, so for a person who thinks that they're aware and conscious of what you're doing, but still we are human beings, so we will have blind spots. How can we do that check-in of how aware we are, how conscious we are? Any thoughts around that?
We are human being, and that is why we can be aware. So that's the first thing to know, to have that conviction in. Because we are human beings, so we can be unaware is the wrong way. Because unawareness is conditioning. Only because we are human being, we have that potential to be aware. No animal, no other creature on this planet can be aware. They all live by instincts. We only have that choice to be aware. So that's one thing. The second thing is, when you begin the journey, awareness will not be there 24 hours. Slipping is going to happen like crazy. And it's okay. Initially, when you begin, probably 1 minute, 2 minutes in the entire 24 hours, you could be aware. But as you be with that, your proportion of being aware will increase. And that is the entire game. So being with that and not condemning those moments when you were unaware. The moment you catch yourself being unaware, awareness has already come. And that is the game. And that's the beauty. Oh, and then you know what's happening. And what do you be aware of? You be aware of what's happening in your mind. You be aware of what your mind is feeling drawn towards. You be aware of where are you spending your time. You be aware of what kind of talks you are indulging it. You be aware of what kind of books you are reading. You be aware of what you are doing. So when awareness starts to come in all these things, you be aware of, are you reacting or responding? So when awareness will start to happen, you will see a qualitative change in all these things. The things that you had been deriving pleasure in, a lot of those will change, which also means that your friend circle can change. People with whom you had been spending time will change. It's like when you clear the path around yourself, you attract people who are more aligned. You're creating that space for them to come. Till the time one is surrounded by all the nonsense, where do how will sense find any space to come around you? So awareness begins with smaller stuff, and then it keeps growing and growing and growing. So just see as many times as you can catch yourself being unaware. And that's where awareness happens. You've caught yourself, awareness happens. You've caught yourself, awareness happens. And then you will feel much centered and in peace, and it's very beautiful to be in that state. That's all I can tell you right now.
Any practice that you would like to suggest, like, I'm just asking, like, because I sometimes you do one thing and you might
The only practice I suggest is,
trying different practices might be helpful, right? So that's what
only practice that I suggest is find some silent time for yourself and be with yourself without the phone, without the book, and see how this is functioning. Where is it going? Where it is feeling drawn? That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Become little more sensitive towards titillations. Become little more. Initially, it is very boring. It's like, hey, I love to eat that, and that titillation should I not eat? No. Go ahead and eat. Just take away that pleasure from you. It's Buddha, when he came back to his kingdom to meet his father after Siddharth Gautam, he had become Buddha. At the entrance, an old lady offered him a boiled potato to eat. Buddha ate that very nicely, very sweetly. When he came to the palace, his father offered him amazing, beautiful food, tasty food, all that he used to love. He ate that food also with the same intensity of involvement as he ate the potato. Father said, it looks as if you are just not enjoying all that which has been given to you. It is as good as that potato that you received and you ate. He said, no, that potato was as good as what I am eating right now. So we call it sambhav, the state of equanimity. That is what will start to happen. You will not be living in extremes, that too pleasure, I am excited and I forget myself, and too saddened. Silence is one thing that I suggest one can really practice, one can be with. That does a lot of wonder, is what I have experienced. Yeah, Komal.
Yeah, Richa, something came to the mind I want to ask. Like the other day we went to a party, that lady and a group of ladies and gents, they were dancing and drinking. They were drinking a lot and dancing the party and all, and they wanted me also to do that. But I did for a little while, but I didn't feel that atmosphere right, so I moved away. And she told me, why didn't you dance that day? She met me 2 days after that, and you were not dancing, you were not enjoying the party. Straight away, I said that atmosphere is not for me. I cannot dance in a party where ladies also, and then they are all drinking and dancing and touching each other. That I don't like it. So she told me, you need, I know you are studying a lot and you are into all that, you need a little more. जहां हो वैसा enjoy करना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अगर जब आप वहां हो तो आप वहां से निकल जाओ. तो आपको तो बहुत अभी सीखने की जरूरत है. Like it was not in a rude way she said, but she told me like that. Then it made me think, did I do something wrong? Should I involve myself with them, or should I whether I did the right thing moving away or not? Thoda sa confusion was. Then I said, okay, I am the way I am, and they are the way they are. Let them enjoy their way. Why should I get carried away by her talking that I should learn little more? थोड़ा सा जैसे होता है ना कि क्या था वो, just थोड़ा सा आप बोलो ना.
वही तो कहते हैं ना कोमल जी. It is not about the party, it is about who is in the party. And why should my expression of enjoyment be dancing like that? My expression is something else, and that is all right. Does that mean I don't enjoy? I definitely enjoy. Now, what is the Mazadar point here is interesting turn is somebody questioning you and is putting you to think, oh, what I'm doing is right or wrong. वो सब हिल गया ना, everything shaken out.
हाँ, वो हिल गया ना, वो उसको नहीं हिलना है कि जो हुआ है, I know.
Can you just smile at her and okay, yeah, you're saying is
I
right.
did that thing only.
But
बट थोड़ा सा ये लगा कि क्या ये ठीक था, जैसे वो सिद्धार्थ ने पोटैटो भी उसमें खाया और स्वीट इतना रेलिश किया फूड भी, तो मुझे भी क्या वो सब भी रेलिश करना चाहिए साथ में और अपना वे ऑफ
see, it is not about relishing. I'll come again with the story. I'm being reminded of so many stories. So in it says that in
the state of mind actually.
Buddha's Sangha, there was this where they used all the disciples, his the Buddha's disciples, they're not supposed to stay in any village for more than one night. So if you reach today, tomorrow you have to leave. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow you have to leave. Because third day onwards, attachment starts to happen. So there was this strict law, that rule that nobody is supposed to stay for more than 2 days. Now, it so happened that, and Osho narrates this story so beautifully. He says that it so happened that there was one bhikshu who was being invited by a lady who was the, what do you call, kind of whore. Yeah, so she was being invited and she was really pretty and she knew how to do all that very nicely and she was very famous. It was like every damn person wanted to be with her for a night, kind of state it was. Now, when this bhikshu was invited by that lady, Buddha said, he went to Buddha and he said that she is inviting me like that during the monsoon you come. And Buddha says, okay, you go. Now, the moment Buddha says you go, the rest of the disciples like, huh? How could he let him go? And there was so much of gossip around. So Buddha says, you wait for him to be back and then we will talk about it. I said, fine. So he goes there. Now she comes up with the breakfast in the morning, which is so delicious with all the, even entering her house with all the carpets and all that thing around with that ambiance. And this bhikshu is not shaken even this much. And then what happens is she gets the breakfast, all decorated plate and blah, blah. He eats them all nicely, not shaken even. You can't see that expression of lust even this much on his face. The entire day passes wherein she dances and he is not denying anything. He's not denying anything. He's watching that she's dancing, but he is centered. Not this much of shaking is happening in him. And then 2 days, by the end of 2 days, this lady, she falls at the feet of this bhikshu and says, I did so much to move you. You never got moved. Tell me, what is it in you that you still remain so centered, so calm, despite all this happening? And it is said that this bhikshu, he got that lady and she came and she urged to Buddha that, please take me into your sangha. I want to be the bhikkhuni. Now Buddha says, this is why he was allowed to go and you people were not allowed to go. If you be that unshaken, unmoved, that centered, there is no problem. You can go anywhere and do anything. So being that centered is important. Okay. Quite some time. We had some interesting discussion today, it looks like. Anything that anybody has to say?
No, for me, it was a very beautiful discussion. I enjoyed this. I think when it comes to now observing myself, right, I become tense Okay, when it comes to the way you had been telling, no, okay, just go inward and just keep a close watch on your feelings, where it is happening, why it is happening. So when it comes to working on it, no, sometimes I get distracted, or maybe there is a lot of resistance. But now I could feel it when somebody's talking, the way you're talking. Yes, I'm enjoying it, right? But when it comes to working on my own, maybe I don't feel that much, involvement as such. Some resistance is always stopping me. You understood what I'm saying? I don't know why it happens.
Look, to that resistance, how have you given it an identity? Maybe there is just in just the way I was resisting Facebook Live, because there was an identity attached that I'm not the social media person. I know few people will say, Richa, you are on social media. And then somewhere I was becoming conscious of that comment. Similarly, there could be some identity that you are getting attached with, which you want to stay disassociated with, because of which resistance is coming, that flowing is not happening. Just see what is happening inside you. Who is this that is holding things? You will get your way.
Thank you.
That for a little while. Don't think, "Yare, kuch ho hi nahi raha now. I'll leave this exercise." Don't do that. Don't shrug off.
Exactly, the same feeling is happening, because now somebody is getting irritated. The way you said, no, and the more I'm putting that pressure, the more the expectation is happening, the more the resistance is coming. That neediness is there. Okay, I need to quickly reach there.
It is very difficult at times. Even I get so stuck. I know it is so difficult to say, yes, what you are saying is right. And the moment I say, yeah, what you're saying is right, अभी है ना, अहंकार का अंश बहुत सारा बचा हुआ है.
But it was beautiful discussion. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
My sincere request to all of you is, if you can just share your takeaways in the group, that will really be helpful. One, for you to become more conscious of what you have understood, and second, maybe others also will receive something and that will motivate them to at least watch the recording.
Yeah, that we do.
But forget others, just for yourself. It will be nice to see your takeaways. Okay. So
this is one thing I would like to share.
Yeah.
Because the Komalji asked this, and this is quite similar to that. When we do it, say for example, this spiritual path, if you take, so what happens? Actually, we get more and more and more. This other people get very curious. Oh, this person is doing something different. So they have like more expectations, and then they suddenly believe कि अब तो ये संत महात्मा ही हो गए, and then then they expect कि you should live in a become saintly, never get angry, worried or something. So when something little goes wrong, they'll come with this thing, अरे तुम तो ये सुन रही हो ना, तो तुम्हें क्यों इतना हो रहा है? And I'm like, I think I had the same dilemma today. Why do I get disturbed? But I think then my like after, because I think I think a lot, so I said, then I thought, okay, I mean 10 साल पहले बहुत ज़्यादा disturb हो रहा था ना, तो अभी थोड़ा सा कम हुआ है, so like it is better. Because the more we the more, say for example, अगर मैं कुछ भी नहीं सीखूं या कुछ भी नहीं normal जिंदगी जीऊं, तो फिर nobody expect कि हाँ, but because you, everybody say, oh but you तो learn this ना, तो क्यों नहीं हो रहा? So I think
पहले दूसरा आइडेंटिटी था, अभी इस आइडेंटिटी में कॉट अप हो जाते हैं.
अभी एक्चुअली पता है
ये भी तो एक आइडेंटिटी हो गई ना.
I have been like listening to so many times, कुछ भी किसी होता है ना, अरे पर तुम्हें क्यों ऐसा हो गया? अरे हम like, पर मैं कोई, I'm not saint ना, अभी तो ये इंसान नहीं हो ना. So
नहीं saint अभी इंसान नहीं हो, अभी उससे नीचे हो.
Only thing now what I have chosen is I don't react, I don't say anything, I smile from in between. I'm like inside, I smile. Okay.
After some time, you won't be even invited in those parties. I'll be honest about it. If you just stick to that, ना कि मैं तो अब ऐसी ही हूँ, अब तुम्हें accept करना है तो करो, और मैं तो ऐसे, you know, I mean, after 5 years, I'll be honest, I'm not invited in any such party.
Happened with me. I'm not invited a lot of places. I just don't go. So ठीक है.
Yeah, it's an honor. है ना, पहले बहुत ऐसे लगता था कि क्यों नहीं, but then I feel, oh, thank God, it's an honor कि नहीं हुआ. That means I am on the right path now.
See, what's more important?
There is nothing right or wrong as such. For them, that is the right thing. Or nothing. Yeah. It's according to your way of dealing with the things, actually.
Just see to
can I speak?
If it is leaving you peaceful, if it is leaving you centered, or is it shaking you? Just see to it that it does not shakes you, it does not moves you, and you are able to hold your consciousness. You are able to be in awareness. If that is happening, all the comments are okay. You can just smile at them and.
Yeah, sometimes inferiority is a complex, and sometimes superiority also becomes a complex. तुम अपने आप को ये मैं ज्यादा अच्छी, ये तो बेकार लोग हैं, वो भी एक गड़बड़ हो जाता है.
Anybody else? Arvind, you wanted to say something? I felt.
I just wanted to come in. I actually am enjoying the discussion because this would come in, because coming from sales, training, spirituality, being in L'Oreal, being in so many companies, Daru, all that happens, and people pull you for that. But it's again, like Richa said, are you shaken, are you taken, are you centered? So it's you who has to respond to the cause of you being part of who you are. So that is where I think, and it takes a lot of effort, lot of thinking. Like Parul said, I'm thinking, I think a lot. So being in your being, you will have to be being, that's it. So whether you're shaken with your being, then if you are centered your being, if you're taken your being, so it is all divine. So take it that way. Eventually Amrit has to come out. So it will take a little more time, that's it.
Eventually is 1,000 years.
Yeah, so
you told that time finite hai na, zyada time
milega.
We have taken so many births. Now Richa is
matka nahi milega, uska thoda अंश तो एक drop तो आ जाएगा.
Satisfied हो जाना, छोड़ो ना क्या अभी संडे को भी शॉपिंग के लिए तो आया यहाँ पे नहीं.
तो रिचा ने इसलिए हमें ढूंढ लिया ना, ये वाला जन्म जो है सिद्ध होना चाहिए.
Arvind, okay, let's do the.
It was a great discussion. Thank you. And I think, Richa, we have not covered all the questions. Maybe next time, the who am I thing still remains.
We will do Taittiriya Upanishad next time, Abhaji, and your question will get answered.
All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. But really interesting discussions, and I'm enjoying this more as more and more people are actually participating. It's kind of interactive now. Excellent. Look forward to the next one. Thank you.
Let's do the prayer and then we close. So please sit straight. If you know it, you can say along with me. Otherwise, just be silent and do it. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you so much.